Sportscast. We're taking the lead, analyzing the game from the rink to the field. From the ice to the turf, we'll break it down. Discussing every win and every loss in town. We'll talk about the Canucks and the Lions. We are your irrational fans. We are your irrational fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 133 of the Hughes Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jake Hughes, alongside the old man. Old man, how the hell are you doing today?
I always say I'm doing great. If I was any better, I'd have to be twins. Today, I really mean it. What a great day it's been. Can I tell people what happened today?
You can. Well, first off, before you tell people about that big news, you've got more big news because you are now officially retired.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah. Well, that's part of the big news. Yes.
Meaning you can spend all your time focusing and making sure this show is running tip-top and...
Yes.
Of course, that because you do all that work, right?
I do everything behind the scenes. Everybody knows that. You just
course.
show up and flick on a light and
yeah, that's all I do. I wish that's all I did.
People will notice my background's a little different today. I am actually in beautiful Kamloops, British Columbia, on my way down to the coast. Going to visit some family and take in BC Lions. Oh, first the Vancouver Canucks game and a BC Lions game. But the big news for me today was I finally got the email, folks. We did it. We got accreditation for the Grey Cup 2025 in Winnipeg. And it's a lot of the reasons we did it was because we have A-class guests like the gentleman that's going to be joining us in just a minute. Right, Jake?
Yes, because it's shocking, but no one has caught more passes in the CFL than our guest. He's a two-time Grey Cup champion, played 14 seasons with the Calgary Stampeders and the Montreal Alouettes. The one, the only, and you can also add CEO to that list now, the one, the only, Nik Lewis.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We can't see you.
You can't see me? Yeah, I've been messing around over here. Let me remove the background.
Now you're just a black screen.
Oh, there it goes.
Technical difficulties.
There you go.
Got it.
There you go. How are you, sir?
We got it. I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome.
Just enjoying life over here. How about yourself?
Nice. A fellow retiree, kind of. You're not really retired. This is what I call retired. I'm traveling. I'm in Kamloops, British Columbia right now at a hotel room. Heading into Vancouver, going to be watching the Canucks preseason game against Edmonton, and then my BC Lions go up against can we call them Calgary
100%.
100%. He's even got the jacket on. This could be a big game this week. Pretty much a must-win for both teams.
I wouldn't say must-win. I think it does a lot for BC, clinching that second place, right?
Yes.
If they beat Calgary this week, they win the tie break. I think they beat Calgary pretty handily last time, so I don't know if Calgary can beat them by as much, so they still should have the tie break on that. But, I mean, winning that game gives them both 7 losses and allows them to be really in the driver's seat for second place, right? As everybody plays each other these last couple games, I think they have Winnipeg and Edmonton left, as well as Calgary would have Edmonton, Toronto, Hamilton, and I can't remember who else. But they're all playing each other, so it's going to be a fun last 4 weeks of the regular season to see how it shakes down.
Typical CFL. It's going to come down to the last games to decide who goes where and how. I love it. I've been following the CFL all my life. Grew up blocks away from the old Empire Stadium.
Yep.
Which you probably did. You know,
played there a couple years. Yep. Hated the lights. The lights. Those carnival lights. Awesome. It was easy to lose the ball in those lights. In Empire Field.
Definitely. Now, let's get into CFL. Let's get into the CFL changes first.
Let's do it.
Massive announcement last week from the commissioner of the CFL. Your thoughts on it? We dissected it last week and kind of give us our thoughts. What are you thinking? What are your feelings?
Half-baked. I mean, I would have loved for the commissioner to come out, announce the new rules, and give some context to it.
Yes.
I feel like they came out, they just dropped a whole set of new rules without any context of anything. And for me, it was frustrating, right? Because I don't know if I like them or if I don't like them. I do believe that I've always thought in the back of my head that there should be a strong possibility for bringing this game to Montana, upstate New York, Idaho,
yes,
Tacoma, Washington, like expanding, into 3 to 5 states on the northern border, North Dakota,
yes,
because they're great football towns, right? You have great football turnout for college football. You have some legends that's played up there. I mean, when you look at Eastern Washington, I mean, put one there. They got you look at Bo Levi Mitchell, J.C. Sherritt, Adam Big Hill, all those quarterbacks that came through there, and Vernon Adams. So put one there, and
yes.
just it would create some cross-border rivalries. And then if that's the reason you went to a 100-yard field, then that would be great, right? Because now you can expand the league to about 14 teams. To what I've heard is travel used to be horrendous 20 years ago, 30 years ago when you had Birmingham and Vegas, just way too far away from the border. And I think just tapering the expectation of getting 20 to 30,000 people in those stands is not hard pressed in that areas of Montana and Washington, and especially the brand of football that they play in the CFL. So I think that could be a positive. I don't like the field goal post going to the back of the end zones, just because Canada is very windy. And if you imagine getting to the 20-yard line to kick a 42-yard field goal, now if we're in Sass, we're in Winnipeg, and we got to make that decision going into the wind, that just takes the kicker out. And now if I'm inside the 15, why would I not go for it on third down, even if it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, instead of kicking a 35-yard field goal?
Yeah.
Right. So we're here, and you see the NFL change, right? If we get you're going to get the ball at the 30, 35-yard line most time in the NFL now with the kickoff rules. So more teams are saying, if I get you inside the 15-yard line, I'm not kicking a field goal. I'd rather make you drive the whole field if you want to go score. But if we go 2 and out, 3 and out in the NFL, we're getting the ball back at midfield. So, I mean, I think that is really hard pressed for kickers, especially kickers that don't have strong legs, right? Or long in the tooth like Renee Paradise and Sean White, right? Like those two kickers, I mean, you think like they could kick until they don't want to kick anymore.
Well, yeah.
They've done a great job in this league and doing those things, but I think this really ices them out, because why would you go and kick that field goal? The thing that I don't understand is the 35-second clock between plays, right? Yeah. The NFL averages about 2 to 4 more plays a game than the CFL on average, even though the NFL has that 40-second run clock. But here's a couple things that what I see. One, the receivers. NFL or American game, you're going to suit up 2 to 3 receivers on your base sets, right? You're going to suit up 5 to 6, maybe 7 receivers on game day, right? Because there are a couple of receivers going to play special teams, returners, things like that. Mm-hmm. So if I have 3 receivers in a base set and I have 6 receivers, everybody can rotate.
Right.
I don't recall a real NFL receiver playing more than 80 to 85% of a game. The top receiver is going to play the most, but they still come out quite a bit, especially when they go down the field. CFL base set 5 receivers. You suit up 6 or 7 receivers. 3 receivers pretty much play the whole game.
Right.
So now imagine going down the field, having to come back to run another play in 35 seconds. I don't think it's going to happen with the CFL motions and all the different things that you like to highlight. It's going to really shut down offenses. But what I think you're going to have to go to is you're going to see a lot of CFL teams go to no huddle offense. In CFL, nobody will huddle anymore in the CFL. And when that happens, there's going to be more mistakes on offense, more confusion. and just to get the ball off. So I think it's going to create more injuries at the receiver position. I think it's going to create a hard press for offenses to fully run your offense with the motions that people should love because of the CFL and the exotic motions, the different things you can do to create matchups and all those things. And now a more fluid game that will be pretty much ran in no huddle, because I think that's the only way you're going to be able to go out there and do what you're doing. And then we got to see what happens to the last 3 minutes of the game, which is very exciting this year. From all the plays that I call it dumb football. There's a lot of dumb football at the end of games that have made great football endings this year for the CFL.
Yes.
Which is great. But at the end of the day, what happens to that? Can you nail it out now from a minute and 35 seconds, minute and 40 seconds, instead of killing 44 seconds? So I think there's going to be some ways that we're going to have to see what happens and wait till the commissioner comes out with the answers, or if they even have the answers. Going forward.
That's what shocked me the most was they didn't have the answers. It's like, what are you going to do with this 35-second clock in the last 3 minutes? Did nobody in this room come up with this thought going, what are we going to do? The other one that got me was moving the goalpost. And when asked why, his response was, it's a player safety issue. Now, Jake introduced you as the player who's caught more balls than anybody else in the CFL. Did you at any time run into that goalpost?
For a touchdown celebration. My first one, I did the Ric Flair off of it.
Did you really?
Yes, I ran. I was in SAS. I caught him out route, ran, hit the goalpost, turned around, did my 3 steps. Woo! So, nice. I mean, I don't agree with that. I mean, anytime anybody starts talking about player safety in football, it's kind of like a gladiator sport, right?
Yes.
We can dull the knives, but people are still going to die. I mean, at the end of the day, we understand as athletes the risk that we take. If you ask most athletes, they'll rather get hit in the head than the legs. But when we talk about player safety, I don't recall any player being taken off the field on a stretcher because of the goalpost in the middle.
No.
If not, it's highlights. It's fun. You can use it on offense. I think it adds a different element. But other than that, I mean, I just think that was senseless. I mean, I don't mind moving the field to 100 yards over 110. Doesn't really matter. But
see, if they would have come out and said, and like you said, if they would have come out and said, we got to make this field smaller because our long-term goal is U.S. expansion, which is really the only reason you would make our field 110 because it can't fit in most stadiums in the States, then I would have went, great, let's expand. But instead, and actually I was told what they're doing is they're peeing on us and telling us it's raining.
100%.
Don't.
But I mean, he said we're taking out the 55-yard line, so now everybody's 10 yards closer to a touchdown. I'm like, that's not really a response. If you want people to be 10 yards closer to a touchdown, I mean, just have them kick the ball off 10 yards back from the 20-yard line, 25-yard line instead of 35. I mean, what are we doing? You've already moved the ball from the 35 to the 40, for not having a kickoff. Come on. So what are we doing now? Are we still going to keep those same rules? You getting the ball at the 40-yard line now for,
a missed field goal?
A made field goal.
Well, yeah, right?
Right. So am I going to – and, okay, if you do miss a field goal, where's the ball go? In NFL, it now goes to where the kick was, where the spot of the kick was. That's where the ball goes in the NFL now. So if it's in the back of the end zones, the ball goes out of the back of the end zones. Does the kick come out to the 20? Does it come out to the 35? Does it come out to the 40? Or does it come with the spot of the kick? So those are just natural questions that anybody has that nobody has the answers to.
Well, and again, I think it goes back to not having, I don't want to use the word experts, not having players or not having coaches in this room of 9 people, I think it was, whatever that number was. And not having that expertise where I played the game, I know how this works. Or even, these are the questions that we need to answer.
Or even having referees who are going to be the ones who are going to have to, in the offseason, come together with the Players Association, everyone, and say, hey, how are we going to enforce these rules? Because as someone, I officiated amateur football. some of these rules changes. It's like, how are we going to be able to do a 35-second play clock when the ball's being thrown 35, 40 yards down the field? Like,
well, that's too many. That's too many, you know, and that's one of the biggest complaints in the CFL that I've always had was too many rules are in the referee's judgment.
Yes.
It's not a cut and dry rule in the CFL. It's in the judgment of that ref. So therefore, every game you get such different reffing, right? And as a coach, you know which ref's going to throw certain penalties more than others, and you know which one's going to throw the most penalties that week, right? So, I mean, it's very difficult because as fans, we want to see a great product, one, and two, we want to see I will never say equal officiating because I don't know if it can be equal, but you want to see consistency in officiating, right?
Yes. Nothing's worse than inconsistent refereeing. And I look down at my son because he's the ref, so I get to bug him all the time.
And they do a 2-week crash course to get ready for the CFL. So, I mean, I do think, and I used to give the refs a hard time. I have a lot of friends that are refs in the CFL, and you know, we always go back and forth and laugh and joke about a lot of things. But for them to do what they do off of 2 weeks of preparation is very difficult at that speed of the game for the new rules and everything that's going on. I think that the CFL, one of the biggest changes should be more money for officiating so that we can create longer training camps for them and more work and some off-season work where they can go places and get some more official training to be able to execute at a higher level.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Maybe get rid of this stupid admin cap that they brought in that I think personally is ruining our game, but that's going down a different rabbit hole.
It's horrible. I imagine the presidents voted on that but didn't put themselves in it.
Oh,
shocking how that works.
I'm not going to touch it. I was told not to touch it. We love the CFL. We're going to the Grey Cup. So let's talk about what you're up to now. What we can see on the screen there, AO Sports founder and CEO. Why don't you tell our listeners more about that?
Yeah, AO Sports is athlete-owned sports. We're a social media, or not social media, we're a platform, global subscription-based platform that's bringing athletes and sports content creators to one united platform to share their message and build a brand. We're all about brand building. As a former player, I realized a couple of things. One, when you're old, the team no longer pays you, right? But your brand can pay you forever. If you do a great job of building your brand from sponsorships, endorsements, and different things, relationship building and partnerships, you can build a brand that can pay you for the rest of your life. And two, what really made me special is being a great teammate, having great teammates and coaches. Right. That's what created my world that allowed me to break records and reach the Hall of Fame. Is not about just my own efforts and attitude, but having great teammates like Henry Burris and Joffrey Reynolds and Jermaine Copeland and Kenyon. And when I went to Montreal with Fred Stamps and S.J. Green and all those guys out there. So understanding, I was very fortunate to be able to play with the caliber of athletes that we were able to suit up with. And I wanted to create the same structure in media. Right. So understanding of how we bring that all together, how we're all on one team. We're global because we have athletes all over the world bringing their network and fan base to the platform. And one price gets you access to the whole platform and all the athletes. Right. And then we share, we rev share everything and just continue to build brands and promote and be huge. You know me, I'm huge in fan engagement. So putting on events and doing things around the fans. We're going to have dream trips. So as members, year members, if you get a year membership, we're going to start knocking off dream trips for our fans, right? You'll put your dream trip in your bio, and then we'll start executing dream trips, doing different prize giveaways, rewards, special meet and greets with athletes and at events, Grey Cup, Super Bowl, and other major events around the world. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing a lot behind the scenes, but I think the most important thing is what we're going to do in the communities. Right, how we get into the communities, we create impact. We also talk to our creators about a percentage of their revenue going into their own charity, an established charity, or initiative under the AO Sports Impact Foundation.
Very cool. Now, when people buy this membership, what kind of content are they going to see on this? It's a streaming platform. Is that correct?
It is. It's a lot like what you would get out of Netflix, but it's different elements because, you can't mix movies and sponsorships. So athletes we've talked to athletes about doing podcasts. It's really them and us coming together for partnership and understand what they want to do. We have some that want to do cooking shows, some want to do hunting shows. We have people from ESPN and Fox Sports coming on to host their own podcasts and shows. We have our own in-house production team. We can work with any production team. So we're very fluid and flexible how we work with people. And then they just go out and do what they do, right? We have some big news coming out soon. We have somebody very high up on the list coming to AO Sports from the producer side of things to work with athletes on helping them tell their stories, as well as producing content, right? We'll produce our own reality shows, documentaries, and things like that as well on the platform, and just more athlete-controlled content, right? We can do the same like wide receiver on Netflix. Now we're just partnering different groups to do it themselves and hire their own teams to do it. So instead of selling the idea to a Netflix, you're able to do it yourself and then own the content.
Nice.
Right?
Nice. Where can people find this, and what's the cost?
Yeah, so aosports.tv. Right now, what we have is and I'd like for you to as well. You can go to aosports.tv. We have our demo site up right now where we're just doing free signups, and then we have early bird up until the beta launch. So when we launch, it's going to be $8 a month membership or $82 for a year.
Oh,
8 and 82, my two numbers, right?
Yes.
Or you can do the free memberships, and I'll speak a little bit about that as well. But right now, you can actually go sign up at aosports.tv for free for $5 for the first month when we launch, or for $20 for the whole first year when we launch. So you can sign up right now for $20 up until our beta launch. There it is right there. Check out that cool video with me as well and be able to just support us. You'll be able to support your favorite athletes. But like I said, we believe in a win-win situation.
Nice.
Right? You're BC Lions fans. I've coached there before. And when Brian Burnham scored, I celebrated. You celebrated. He celebrated. The Water Boy celebrated. And that's what we want AO Sports to be. It's like when you become a member, you become part of the ecosystem and the family. And when we win together, right? Creating exclusive opportunities, getting exclusive content, things like that. So it's going to be really fun ecosystem to be a part of. And for me to be the driver, that we have so many engaging athletes that want to give back and want to do some great things. It's going to be a lot of fun when we put it out there.
Can you name drop some athletes that people might know from the CFL, NFL? Can you drop anybody yet?
Well, we do have, like on my board, Tad Cornegay, Damon Allen, Devon Claybrooks. We have some others. Dr. Jen Welter is a part of AO, the first woman to coach in the NFL. We have some contracts out right now with Jeremy Roenick in NHL and Ryan Malone. We have boxers, Olympians, European soccer players. So you're going to be able to see a lot of different type of content that's going to be coming to the platform. And it's athlete led, whether it's conversations they're doing, lives, video on demand, and more. So
what if you got two young kids or an old man and a young kid who are just doing a podcast?
100%. There's always ways to work and see to be a part of the ecosystem. Like I always say, there's room for the best and room for the first and room for the best.
Nice.
Right. So what's the true goals that people have to be a part of our ecosystem? And it's just sitting down and fleshing that out and then coming together to create change. Right. I'm excited. We just brought on a group. My co-CEO, Nicole Delaney, who does an amazing job in the wellness space. So AO has a portion called AO Evolve. And to me, this is the most important part, is the evolution to your greatest self. So from sports-specific training for athletes that want to provide sports training, fitness and exercise from top sports gyms and trainers. We're going to get into draft training, combine training that's going to have access for all the kids and people that want to do that. Wellness and holistic health, professional development. We have NIL directors, financial literacy experts that's going to be coming on, creating courses to help athletes, but also the members that want to take these courses and be a part of these seminars and clinics, coaching clinics, and as well as leadership and mentorship programs. And this is one of the biggest things for athletes that they really desire is to be able to affect more people. So we're able to create a mentorship and a leadership programs virtually that we can do live and video on demand for kids and people around the world. And it's just all about creating impact and making a difference. So when you look at it, it's like 5 different companies coming together under one umbrella, but it's all built around ownership. It's all built around creating legacy, brand building, and impact. And that's what we want to
body, spirit all together. I like it.
100%.
Nice.
100%.
Nice. Sir, we promised you 20 minutes and we've been way over that. So
I'm good. So where are we going? We're going. If you need me for a little bit longer, I'm good.
I have one last question. I don't know if Jake, do you have any questions that I haven't covered?
No, as long as you're asking the question that we said we need to ask him.
So on your LinkedIn, you were voted the 6th funniest person in sports. Who's the top 5?
I think number 1 was Muhammad Ali.
Oh, okay.
I remember Shaq being like, I think number 2 or number 4. Steve Nash was in the top 5. I don't remember 3. And then, I came in at 6. So and they always show the clip when I scored the corner route in BC and my mic fell off and I'm running off the field with the mic in my hand. And I'm like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Or they show clips where I'm sitting on the bench and I'm actually looking in the camera and I'm talking to my mother and I'm apologizing for cussing or doing something crazy. It's like it was always a fun time. I didn't moon anybody like John Cornish, but always had a good time on the field.
That's awesome. Awesome. Sir, thank you so much. Again, guys, go out to aosports.tv.
Yep.
Sign up. This is going to be cool to watch grow. And I look forward to it. Nick, let's stay in touch. Are you going to be at Grey Cup this year?
I will be at Grey Cup this year. And October 9th through the 12th, we're actually showing the mixed double super series. There's on aosports.tv, and there's still teams that get Olympic points for this to qualify for the Olympics coming up next year.
Wow.
In curling. So it should be some great matches and everything. And we'd love your support to come sign up for the membership. Make sure that you put Kevin and Jake down as your referral if you sign up for a membership on the platform. And let's keep the party going.
Let's do that. Excellent, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's because of guests like you, and I'm convinced of it. It's because of guests like you that we get recognized by the CFL, and literally started this program 133 episodes ago as a joke.
That's awesome.
Like, let's go on the air and just be goofy. And 133 episodes later, and we're going to the Grey Cup. So we will see you there, sir.
Awesome.
Awesome. Nick, thanks so much.
Indeed. You have a great night.
You too. Nik freaking Lewis.
The guy who's caught more passes in the CFL than anyone ever in the 113 years it's been around?
Yeah. And he's never once ran into the goalpost. Oh, yes, he did once on purpose.
Intentionally.
That's hilarious.
Fantastic.
Too funny. What an interview. That was fun.
That was fun. Again, if you are interested, go to aosports.tv, sign up. Honestly, super easy website to navigate. You click the join now button, takes you to that page that I was able to bring up while he was talking about it. $20 for a full year membership to anything is nothing. You're paying what, less than $2 a month?
Do it.
To get access to all of this exclusive content. Do it. If you do sign up and there's a referral spot, do put Kevin and Jake or the Hughes Sports Podcast, just to let Nick know where you guys came from.
That'd be cool. We're gonna be pushing this over the next month, 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're gonna keep close tabs on here. But let's transition here a little bit because
do we have to?
Well, yeah. I mean, we were talking some CFL stuff. You know, some really cool future sports content stuff. And now let's talk about the bane of your existence.
The fact that we're going to the Grey Cup this year?
The bane of your existence for the last 57 years.
Oh, do we have to talk about the Canucks?
The Vancouver Canucks, because preseason games have been played. We didn't talk about it at all last week.
We didn't.
Because of all the changes and all the craziness, and the amazing Bob the Moj Marjanovic. And again, Nik Lewis, we even talked before. We're like, we're going to keep it tight because we got so much to talk about. And 30 minutes later, here we are. But we are talking about it because the Canucks season is going to be here before we know it. Because there's 2 preseason games left. One that you're going to, and one that I'm going to.
One that I'm going to, and you're going. Look at I pointed the right way.
Yes,
the right way. It's that way.
Well, I pointed to the camera.
Yeah, you did.
That's the audience. That's the audience.
I'm going to the game. He's going to the game. We're going to 2 different games in 2 different arenas.
And you know who's not going to be at those games?
Who's not going to be at those games?
Nils Höglander, because it was announced last night that he is out 8 to 10 weeks after a lower body surgery.
Yes,
it's being reported. It's being reported that it is a ankle injury.
Oh, okay. Didn't he have an operation or something?
A lower body surgery is the terminology.
That's what they're calling it now.
Which is ridiculous because how 8 to 10 weeks.
Yes. Come on.
And you're not giving us any specifics. Like there are some organizations that will give you the doctor, the operation that was done, the time it was done, the place it was done at.
It's insane.
And Vancouver Canucks, it's lower body surgery is expected to be out 8 to 10 weeks. Again, reporting from the likes of Rick Dollywall, Thomas Drance are that it's an ankle injury. But that's a huge loss for us because that was a guaranteed kind of middle 6 spot.
Yeah.
But that does open up another middle 6 spot for a couple of these kids that are making a push for it this year. And it's been very fun to watch.
Well, and there's been one kid, and I can't remember his name. I'm blank. Who is it? You know who it is? They're saying he's going to make the team.
Braden Coots.
Yes, Coots.
He was the first round selection, 15th overall.
18 years old.
18 years old. And outside of the top 5 picks in a draft, in the last 10 years, there have been 5 18-year-olds to play a game in the NHL.
And I mean, not only does he look like he fits, from all reports, and I kind of did a deep dive yesterday into this, all reports are saying like he handles himself as a pro. He's very mature for an 18-year-old. He's there. He's first at the arena, last to leave, like that kind of mentality.
And not just that, but they're also, after games, putting him out to talk to the media.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, don't get me wrong, he looks like he's 12, but
yes.
But he's holding court, like he's answering questions and sounding very professional about it.
It sounds to me like this kid's going to make the team. That's what it sounds like to me.
Does he get? So the way it works, and I don't know if you know this, because it's kind of minutia.
I know everything.
It's the minutia of entry level contracts. Is that if he plays more than 9 games, so if he plays in his 10th game, that burns his entry-level contract, and there's no sense in sending him back because you can't send him back to the AHL because he's too young. You have to send him back to his junior team because he's 18.
Right.
In your opinion, I don't know how much of the preseason you've watched.
Not a lot, to be honest. I've been so dang busy.
Would it surprise you if he breaks that 10-game limit, plays that 10th game?
Why not? Why wouldn't you at this point with Höglander out?
And not just
replace him.
Well, and not just that, but he's a right shot centerman. You know how many of those we have in our system right now?
They were putting this kid out with, who is he on the line with against Edmonton? I know we lost. But they were
I was going to say, it was also Edmonton at home who
Yes.
were playing their big guns.
Exactly. But it doesn't matter. They were putting him out with the third line, and he was holding his own. Like,
Yeah.
literally didn't look out of place whatsoever.
Well,
He was-
and then
I forget who he was playing with. I wish I would have written it down. Because I was kind of like, I watched that game on and off, and I was like, wow, okay, this kid's got a future, whether it be this year or next. But now, explain to me again, if he plays 10 games.
it burns his first year of his rookie contract.
What does that mean?
So basically, he's signed to a 3-year deal, and if he was, let's say this happens in 2 years' time in 2027, and he's 20. When he's 20, he can go between the AHL and NHL.
Right.
Right now, he's got one option. He's on the NHL, or two options. He's got on the NHL team or back playing in the CHL on his junior team.
Right.
And there's no system to go back to the juniors, back to Canucks.
He has to either stay
Or go back. And you basically have 9 games to say, is he good enough to be a full-time permanent NHL player? Or we're going to send him back, because otherwise you're burning a year of his entry-level contract while he's playing junior.
Wow. And this was the CFL. Never mind. Sorry, they were talking about is it the NHL? Sorry, is it the NHL that's making their preseason games less next year?
Yes.
By draft?
No, they've already made the changes to the. They might be. I don't remember. I know they're because I know they're making.
I don't remember if it was the CFL or the NFL.
Well, they made it shorter for this year, and I don't know if it's getting even shorter next year.
For some, because they said you need to know your team before the season starts.
And then they're also making next year the NHL 84 games regular season instead of 82.
That's the one. Yes, that's the one. So there's only 4 preseason games next year.
And there's 6 this year.
Yes. So you need to, I mean, in my opinion, let's go back to Mr. Coots. I think you keep him. I think the kid has earned it.
So,
and I should actually say kid because he's 18.
During line rushes today, it was Evander Kane and Jonathan or Jonathan. I still think it should be Jonathan because he's freaking Swedish. Jonathan Lekkerimäki.
Lekkerimäki.
And Coots as a line.
Wow.
So I'm assuming that's going to be the line playing in Calgary tomorrow.
And probably on Friday in Vancouver.
To me, that's changeable but that to me screams second line.
Yeah.
Like if you're putting him with Kane, like to me, Kane is there to protect the young kids.
Well, exactly, right?
Right. And Lekkerimäki and Coots are those 2 young kids that you need protecting. So is Kane going to be our third line kind of enforcer with Coots and Lekkerimäki as a scoring third line? And then you put Hedl, Garland, and my brain is blanking on another winger that we have on our second line to be more of a 2-way defensive with obvious offensive upside.
We should reach out to Mr. Matt Sakaris and get him on for next week and actually delve deeper into this.
I
think it's cool. I think it's a cool story.
It's a story that even if he only plays 5 games this year, the fact that we have someone who is a captain when he was first drafted into the WHL.
Yeah.
Like first year they said, oh, he's good enough to be our captain.
Yeah.
Who's being talked about as mature and responsible. They're putting out in front of the media. Does that sound like a former Vancouver Canucks captain who used to play center, used to be pretty good for us and is now playing on the East Coast? I don't want to put it out there.
But
is it a succession plan? Right? If and I'm still putting big if Hughes wants to leave after this year or isn't going to sign an extension.
Put it out there.
I'm just saying if it's out there.
No, it's too late. If that happens, verbal diarrhea with you.
if that happens, you have your ready-made next captain of the Vancouver Canucks.
No, not in a year.
Well, no, but you could go 2 years without naming a captain. You could go a year without naming a captain.
Yeah, I guess. Or
How
you
would-
can name the captain and then name him later.
Who are you going to put that on? Elias Pettersson, who hates talking to the media?
Yeah, it's true.
Brock Besser, who, let's face it, is a fantastic player. He doesn't feel like a locker room leader type.
We don't know that. You don't know that. Why you say that?
From my understanding of things and how... To be fair, after last season, I don't think there's any real locker room leader types.
They all took the back seats.
They all were like, yeah, you guys just do this. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens with
It'd be very cool.
With Braden Coots there, especially being the fact that, 15th overall pick, and if he's playing his first year, that's absurd.
Yes.
What
else with the Canucks?
Will they? Because historically, they've been very active this time of year. The last weekend heading into regular season, will the Canucks make a move before the season starts? And if so, what type of move do you think they're going to make?
3 years in a row now. They've made the last minute move.
But it's to be fair, none of those moves have been mind-blowing big moves.
No, they haven't been. Still unsigned players out there that we could make a move to trade. Will they? Yeah. Will it be a blockbuster? I just have a feeling. I don't know why I keep thinking there's one more blockbuster coming. Whether it comes at Christmas time or it comes before the season starts, I have a feeling something's brewing and it's going to be big.
Fair. Again, if you look at the last 3 seasons, it's like dumping Jason Dickinson's contract, Sam Lafferty, Tucker Poolman for Eric Brandstrom. Like, it's a lot of stuff where it was get rid of this cap, take on this cap, because everyone was this far away from the cap space. Just, tiptoeing around it.
Exactly.
This year, there's so much money that hasn't been spent. And there's so much going on in the league that there's question marks about that I can't see us making, unless it's a big blockbuster move. I can't see us making a move just to make a move.
No, and I hope they don't make a move just for making a move, but I hope they, if they can go out and find that, we keep saying it, the second line center, like a big name, but is Hedl now that name? I saw him, they highlighted him in between periods in the Edmonton game. I think it was in between the first and second period. Could have been the second and third. And they were really showing what he does. And it's a lot of that kind of stuff goes unseen that he does. It's that grind in the corner. It's that never give up. It's that passing, the passes he makes.
Yeah,
he made one pass in the third period. I literally jumped off the couch. It was that good of a pass across the ice. I was like, holy shit, that was a good pass. I'm getting excited for hockey again. Obviously, football's still my blinders on focus, especially now that did I mention we got accredited to go to the Grey Cup?
Well, to be fair, did we get accredited or did you get accredited?
We will. You're just waiting for yours to come in. If they accredited one, they're going to accredit both of us. So
you would think. Let's
don't put it out there like that. Jesus Christ, kid. By the way, we have to watch our swearing because YouTube has now changed their algorithms drastically, and it's hurting a lot of poker players because poker players swear when they're playing poker and streaming it live. We have to really watch, and I'm being serious when I say we have to really watch the F word because they will kill our algorithms. I don't like the algorithms being killed.
I have to ask, what is an algorithm?
I have no idea.
I was really hoping
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I was hoping you'd come up with some convoluted gibberish or something, but you didn't even try.
Something they do with them, blah, 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 and then blah, 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 and then they make this all happen, and it goes like that. And Daniel Negreanu was going off on it the other day, so I thought I would bring it up. Anyway, I am getting excited for the start of the season for the Canucks. the start of the season is just fun because everybody's on a level playing field and anything can happen.
Yeah. And I think
Right?
I think this is a big year, and even looking at like Dom Luszczyszyn's model, which I know you're going to get tired of hearing in 3 months, but it's literally saying that like it's expecting the Canucks to get 90 points.
Yes.
But the probability of that being higher or lower is literally a coin flip. It's saying we don't know what to expect out of this team this year.
No. And
Because
I mean, if
you have a,
it
you have
depends
a
how we start.
well, and also you've got a new head coach.
Yes.
You've got Demko returning from an injury that's never been had in an NHL capacity, let alone an NHL goalie. You've got EP40. Is he going to bounce back? You've got the loss of JT Miller.
Yes.
You've got the return of Brock, an addition of Evander Kane, and who knows where he's at, really.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You've got all these the players we're really excited about: the Braden Cooch, the EPD, the Victor Mancini's,
The Leckermackies. I mean, everybody.
And it doesn't have the data on those people to say, yes, this is what they're going to do, because they've
Well,
only got less than a year under their belts.
And can I talk about our new head coach? I saw him behind the bench.
Yep.
The one game I really watched. I swear to God, I thought I was looking at a Sutter.
Oh yeah, his nose is broken 13 different directions. He honestly looks like he would belong behind the bench next to Iron Mike.
Yes.
Mike Keenan. Like that's
Yes.
the type of when I see a hard-nosed coach who just looks like a bully, that's what I see. Well, his nose is there's probably some iron in there to hold it together, but
Awesome.
but no, like that's what I think. And then you hear him talk, and you hear the players talk about him. He's super soft spoken, super well spoken,
and people like him.
very well liked. But one thing I also really like is in the availability so far during preseason. It's not just been Adam Foote that's been talking.
No,
He's allowing his assistant coach, or not allowing, but probably asking his assistant coaches to go out there and talk.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I think it's really nice to get that fresh opinion and also give Adam Foote a break from that.
Yeah.
From having to deal with that. But he's going to have to take on some of that responsibility eventually.
Oh, yeah, he will, for sure.
Or more responsibility on that eventually. But
Exactly.
I do like hearing the different voices around the team, because I'll hear a guy's name and I'll have no idea what they look like, what they sound like. Now I know what the assistant coaches, who they are,
Well,
what impact they're having, and what they're looking at differently. Right? So it's a really interesting dynamic.
Yes, I agree.
Anything else in the world of the NHL that you want to talk about?
Nope.
Okay, let's talk about it. And I'm going to rely heavily on you because I was working all this weekend.
And I retired this week, so I didn't
All right,
watch
so
a whole lot of
we're
football.
just going to hammer through this quick. The first game of the week, in the week that was in the CFL, it was the Stamps taking on the Alouettes, and the Alouettes winning by a score of 38-20. Really helping out the BC Lions.
But ruining my pick.
Ruined your pick, but
I didn't mind
you know
it. I didn't mind it. Without obviously, did Vernon Adams play in this game? I don't believe he did.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he did play. Okay, then
Yeah.
we can't use that as an excuse. The Stamps are definitely doing this while the Lions are doing this.
Yeah.
There's a definite path there that we're going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this week.
Very interesting to see what happens this week.
Yes.
And not just this week, but the next few weeks. We were kind of talking about it off air. There's a lot of different possibilities, and I don't want to even get into them right now.
But there's
because
so many.
We're tight on time.
Yes.
But in 2 weeks, I think that's where we kind of can play out those possibilities of what's happening, because we'll be closer to the start of the season or the end of the season, and give us kind of the picture coming together a little bit more.
Yes. Now I remember why I wasn't able to watch these two games. It was because I went out for dinner and then we went to the Bryan Adams concert to celebrate my retirement, the first day of my retirement. So I didn't even get to watch the Lions game, unfortunately. I watched a little bit in between Amanda Marshall and Bryan Adams. I had it on my phone.
Okay. So then we had, as you alluded to, the BC Lions hosting the Toronto Argonauts, and the BC Lions win by a score of 27-22. Now, one thing I want to talk about here,
Yes.
and I'm bringing it up here.
He's
Believe
bringing
it
it up,
was.
folks. He's bringing it up because that's what he does.
So,
oh,
on Twitter, X, whatever it is you want to call it, Roar Report, at Roar Reports, went through this game and live tweeted during it, and literally went through and decided where that decision zone is. Let's say they go for it instead and kind of put up the score. So, by the end of the game, the score ends 27-22.
yes.
If we're in 2027, it's a 17-13 game.
It's an NFL scoring game. Because as Nik Lewis was saying, and it's an important part that a lot of people haven't brought up, is why would I kick a 50 or 45-yard field goal from the 30?
Yep.
And have a chance of missing it because we're in Regina or Winnipeg and the wind's blowing at 40 kilometers an hour across the field.
But not even.
Let me finish. And
Yep.
then you get the ball, instead of at the 30, you're going to get the ball at the 40.
Yeah.
That's just
Okay.
dumb.
Okay, I'm going to go for it because even if I turn the ball over on downs, you've got the ball at the 30.
Or the 25.
Yeah.
If it's 3rd and 10.
Right? Like, it's ridiculous.
They're saying it's going to improve scoring. I think it's the opposite. But anyways, let's not go down that path again. But good point.
It's an interesting experiment to do. Next time you're watching a game, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. It's like, would they be kicking this field goal in 2 years?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I wasn't able to watch any of these games. Unfortunately, my day job had me working through all 4 of these games this week. So, anything else on the Lions game this week?
We needed the win.
Need the win,
right?
We just need to keep winning. That it doesn't matter how.
Just keep winning. It didn't sound like it was the greatest win. I didn't even get a chance to look at the stats, unfortunately, but it didn't sound like Rourke burned down the house at all. So, nope, just keep winning. We need a good game this week. I will break down the game this week for sure, folks. I promise.
And then this early game on Saturday had the Tiger Cats limping into Winnipeg because the Bombers won by a score of 40-3.
Just annihilated them. I don't know what happened. I thought for sure Bo was going to come out. But on the other hand, we had Caleris come out. And I think he had something to prove here. I really do. A lot of people had written him off, including all of the TSN panel. You know, those guys who are the experts. They all wrote him off. Well, I guess Caleris kind of threw that down their frickin' throat, didn't he? And myself, I was one of the ones saying, man, I don't know if I want this guy playing anymore. He keeps getting head injuries. So good on Winnipeg, keeping it interesting.
Caleris goes 20 for 25, 367 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, not bad at all, eh? Not bad at all.
And then Chris Strevler gets 3 rushing touchdowns.
He brings it right into the 1 yard line, and Strevler finishes it off, right?
Yep.
That's what he 100%. Does.
Hey, and you know what? If that's your strategy and that works, who cares? You're winning.
Yes.
You're winning. If you're winning every game 40-3, you're not complaining.
No doubt.
And then we had the nightcap on Saturday where the Saskatchewan Roughriders went into Edmonton and lost to the Elks by a score of 25-27.
Sounds like it was the last minute scorer in this one as well, which good on the Elks with Larry Thompson passing last week. I just love that Cody Fajardo came out and tweeted, "That one's for you, Larry, and all the Thompson family. I hope we made you proud." I literally got tears in my eyes when I read the tweet, because what a class act. Now I understand why Rod Peterson from the Rod Peterson Show just loves this man. Class act. Good win. Didn't help my lines, but that's okay.
Didn't really hurt the Lions either, though.
No, it would have helped if the Riders won, just for the fact that
it would kind of lock the Elks into that bottom spot.
Exactly.
Sorry, something I just noticed here that was posted a couple hours ago, 3 hours ago now. The KPMG Canada playoff probability posted by @CFL. The odds to win the 112th Grey Cup
Oh, okay.
at 29.49%. Guess who the team is?
BC Lions.
Wrong.
Oh, okay. Who?
29.49%. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Oh, really?
22.71%.
Saskatchewan?
BC Lions.
Where's the Riders?
21.91%. You have your Saskatchewan Roughriders. And then you've got the Hamilton Tiger Cats, the only team from the East on the top 4 list at 12.48%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they take past results to make, like, if you're looking at this season, how can Winnipeg have the best chance of winning the Grey Cup?
Yeah, it doesn't give me any. I'm just reading it here.
Yeah. Bizarre.
Working with the data provided by teams' records through the first 17 weeks of play. So basically, it's saying through the 17 weeks of play,
Wow.
and I'm assuming because it's like a simulation, it's going to weight your most recent games higher than your past games.
Of course, yeah. And Winnipeg
To be fair,
is starting to get hot.
BC's starting to get hot.
BC's, yeah. I like our chances right now. I really do. I'm trying not to get too excited because did I mention the Hughes Sports Podcast is going to the Grey Cup? And wouldn't it be something if
where's the Hughes
BC
Sports?
Lions
Where are they going?
to the Grey Cup? Did I mention that?
Where's the Grey Cup?
In Winnipeg.
I've heard Winnipeg's a terrible place. A good trusted source told us.
I don't care. I'm going there, and we'll just stay inside.
That's fair. Yes. Before we get to everyone's favorite segment, anything else in the world of CFL you want to talk about?
No, let's get to it.
All right. Time for everyone's favorite segment of the show, Old Man Predicts.
It's time for the Old Man Predictions. How well did he do? Do-do-da, do-dee-do.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the Old Man Predicts. How well did he do? Do-dee-da, do-dee-do. And this week, the old man did not have a good week.
Did not have a good week at all.
There was. It could have been slightly worse, but it wasn't the worst possible record you could have because he went 1-3 this week, with the only win being our BC Lions.
Yes.
And that makes his record after 17 weeks. 37 wins and 29 losses. I don't think that's right. I don't think I updated the loss record, but I'm going to have to do a count after the fact.
He always screws things up, folks. This is why I can never have a winning proper record, because he can't add.
You're complaining, and I'm pretty sure I'm giving you an extra 3 wins.
I'm sure there's some of those 29 should have been on the 37s, but whatever. Carry on.
This week, we have a very short week in the
Yes.
CFL. Only 3 games, meaning there's a bunch of teams on a bye, and we start on Friday. That's a bunch.
It is.
Bunch is 3. We start on Friday at 4:30 Pacific time. We have the Saskatchewan Roughriders taking on the Ottawa Redblacks, and the Roughriders are a 3.5-point favorites.
Well, I've taken them all year, so I got to keep taking them.
Yeah, 65% implied win probability. So I'd be shocked to see an upset here, but anything's possible in the CFL.
We thought that last week.
Yep. Then we have the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who are probably looking to come back pretty strong after that embarrassing game, taking on the Toronto Argonauts at noon Pacific time.
You think there might have been some 2-a-days and wind sprints in that for that team this week? Definitely taking Ottawa.
Hamilton, you mean?
Hamilton, sorry. Yeah, Hamilton.
I don't even think, I think at that type of embarrassment level, 40-3, I don't think you need to do that. I think you'd literally,
burn the tape.
No, you don't even do that. I think you watch the tape and you make them watch the whole tape.
That's punishment enough.
That's punishment enough.
That's a word.
The spread of points is -1.5 for the Tiger Cats.
That it?
Yeah, 54% implied win probability.
Okay.
And then we have the nightcap, the final game of the week at 4 p.m. Pacific. The Calgary Stampeders going into BC. The old man will be there.
You know what
And
they're
the
calling
spread,
it? What are they calling the game?
that's the Turkey Bowl.
No, it's a gravy bowl.
Gravy Bowl, sorry.
The gravy bowl. The gravy bowl.
Which doesn't make sense because it's Thanksgiving's not till next week, the week
I
after
know.
this.
I know it's weird, but this is their closest home game. I don't know if they're playing. They got to buy next week. That's why
They got to buy next week.
they got to buy next week.
The BC Lions have a 3.5 point spread, so negative 3.5 points for the Lions, giving them a 66% implied win probability against the Calgary Stampeders.
Wow! Then let's just go out on the whim and say the BC Lions.
I am shocked at
Me too.
at that.
I would almost bet the Stamps on that one.
Taking the points 100%.
Yeah, really. But mind you, we freaking annihilate them by 20 somewhat points last game. What was it? We scored 56. They scored 23. Something like that. It was a 23-point spread. Yeah, baby.
29 point spread. 52-23.
Yeah.
If you were to parlay those picks that the old man made, see, I'm trying out new things here. I'm playing with things.
Yeah.
If you parlay those picks on CoolBet, which is the ones giving us the best odds, a $10 bet would get you a $60.19 win. Big
You're
win.
gonna go to
Big
CoolBet.
win.
Use RP. I have to get you the proper thing, but if we use the RP 30, I think it is, and you get extra money.
There you go.
There
Little bonus thrown in there.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on before we wrap the show up here?
I am good. I'm excited. I'm heading down, as you know, as I said, I'm the different background here. I'm heading down to Vancouver. I'm in Kamloops, British Columbia, heading down to Chilliwack to visit with family for a couple days, and then into Vancouver to watch the Canuck game and then the BC Lions game. I'm excited. It's lots of exciting stuff coming. It's funny. I was looking at the calendar as you were talking earlier, and I think I only have 2 more weeks at home that'll be actually at home. And I might even not. I might be in Maple Creek, Saskatchewan, doing the podcast. And then I'm in Mexico and doing the podcast from Mexico.
I was going to say, then every week we'll do a where in the hell is the old man broadcasting from today?
Exactly. And how drunk can he be?
No, you know what? As long as you're coherent, we're fine. We can get through a show with a coherent old man.
You remember when I was on the cruise ship and I was trying to say,
oh God, and you were trying to figure it out and just couldn't. Trust, we're aware.
That's when you had the other guy on.
That is when I had the other guy on. One thing I did want to again reiterate: if you're interested in what Nik Lewis had to say, go to aosports.tv. Put in your referral for Hughes Sports. Again, $20 membership for a full year. Get you everything. $5 for a month for right now, and then a free membership. You can just sign up completely for free. When you do sign up, put in the fact that the Hughes Sports Podcast sent you, because that'll let Nick know where you came from, and we'll let him know that you guys are fantastic and amazing, loyal followers and viewers. And yeah, that's everything I've got for this week. Until next week, have yourselves a wonderful week. Mwah. Go Lions, go. See, the NHL season starts soon, and I'm just a little excited about it. Don't tell me what. I'll wrap the show when I want to wrap the show.
Actually,
you know what I want to wrap.
I know how to wrap the show.
I know.